It's frigid in Buffalo, but far better than it was a week ago for both of these teams. It's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs visiting Josh Allen and the Bills. Coming up on CBS. CBS Sports welcomes you to this divisional playoff game between Kansas City and Buffalo. They've turned out the lights as they await for their Bills to take the field here at Highmark Stadium. The winner will take on Baltimore next Sunday afternoon for the AFC title. Meanwhile, we're all set on the NFC side with the Lions and the 49ers. And welcome, friends. Hello, everybody, along with Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Jay Feely, and Gene Steratore. Jim Nance here. What a game. I mean, I just can't wait for this one. We've all heard the comparisons this week about Brady and Manning. This is still a young rivalry, but it sure feels like it.
It really does. You know, when the season starts, these two guys are going to be here in some way, shape, or form. And I'm telling you, this is as excited as I've been all year to call a game. This is a game that you want as a fan of football. You get it right now. This rivalry is growing 3-3 against each other. This is Game 7 today, Jim.
Game 7, I like it. A lot has been made of the fact this is Patrick's first road playoff game. Now, he has the best win percentage in NFL history for a quarterback on the road, but what will it be like for him today, being on the road in the postseason?
I think he loves the challenge of it. I think that's what he wants. He wants to go ahead and show any naysayer, anybody, I can go on at home or on the road and do it over and over again. This will be a tough challenge, though. This Bills team playing as well as anyone in the NFL the last 2 months.
Well, it all started with their win at Arrowhead on December 10th. They went there 6-6, and then Josh Allen's just willed this team to this place with 6 straight wins and the chance to host this game. What about Josh today?
You work all season to have the advantages that they have today. This Chiefs team is as vulnerable as I've seen in the Patrick Mahomes era. Josh Allen has an opportunity. You want to go ahead and get right up there on Mount Rushmore and be there with Patrick Mahomes? This is your chance today to be the man. You got to go beat the man.
That sounds right. Let's go down to the sideline. Here's Tracy.
Jim, a short week for the Bills in terms of rest and recovery for their defensive injuries. We had a chance to talk to Sean McDermott. He said he has never coached a game with just 4 linebackers active. That's the case today. Terrell Bernard carted off last week with that ankle injury. Bale Inspector is out. They get Tyrell Dodson back from the shoulder injury, not 100%. They're without Christian Benford in the secondary and Taylor Rapp. Rasul Douglas is going to be playing less than 100% as well, but the key is that Taron Johnson has cleared concussion protocol. That is huge for the Bills going against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
All right, Tracy, the lights are on. The game is on. The one we've long anticipated, and it's coming up.
Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Remember when these two faced off?
The rivalry continues.
Of course you do.
Touchdown, Patriots!
Peyton throws, and Denver's got a touchdown.
Two legends.
The rivalry for the ages.
Forever linked on the gridiron.
They're the 2 best quarterbacks ever to play the position.
And now, a new generation has arisen.
Mahomes magic, incredible.
Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Touchdown!
Defending Super Bowl champions.
The Chiefs Kingdom will raise a banner.
You gotta show everybody who we really are.
It's Rice for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills seeking playoff redemption.
Steps up. Oh, and there he goes.
No one's gonna get him.
He is the definition of a game wrecker on offense.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Tonight, they meet again
This one is going to be one for the ages.
with everything on the line.
He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game.
This isn't going to be the end of our story of going up against each other. We're going to do this a lot.
Just like the generation before.
And welcome to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. Our thanks to Will Arnett for the narration behind that. Brian Marr, beautiful opening that put it in perspective so well. It is 26, feels like 15. And again, it was far colder for each of them during the wild card round, but the wind is howling. And let's go down to Jay Feely before kick.
Yeah, Jim, the wind is howling down here. It's going to have an impact. We've seen huge, game-changing special teams plays throughout the playoffs already. But the Bills' special teams have questions. Punter Sam Martin hurt his hamstring last week. Only punted on Friday a little bit. He's going to give it a go. We'll see how that goes. And their kicker, Tyler Bass, missed a kick, had another kick blocked, and every scoring opportunity is so important for these two teams, Jim. In the last 3 times they played, there's been a lead change in the last 2 minutes.
All right, Jay, we've talked so much about the quarterbacks. How about a little X factor for each team to watch out for today?
I think you got to go with James Cook. If they can run the football, they can win this game, and they can shorten the game, keep the possessions minimal for Mahomes. And I think it's Travis Kelce. I know he's a superstar, but with the linebackers being hurt for Buffalo, you've got to work the middle of the field. He's going to be a focal point if they're going to win this game.
Well, Kansas City won the toss and deferred. You've been telling me all day because the wind is going so strong from our left to right that the coin toss was going to be pivotal.
I think so, because really watching the kickers kick one direction is at least 10 yards different. Same with throwing. I want the ball in the fourth quarter downwind. I would have actually taken the ball. That gave you the ability to choose the sides in the second half. When you defer, that's going to go ahead and give it to the other team. So, again, you're right. The Chiefs do defer. And Butker about to put it on a tee. In the direction he's kicking during pregame warm-ups, both Butker and Bass were having difficulty even coming close on a 50-yarder. Yes, in this direction. I saw Butker 2 kicks right before he left. He was short on 52-yarders. It's going to be challenging going this direction. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DoorDash, your door to more game time favorites. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories, tastes like Miller time. And by Burger King, try a flame grilled Whopper. It's not the same without the flame. Could be a third down coming up. Gene, some might have wondered, was that helmet to helmet on that last play as Edwards has gone into the tent. Highmark Stadium, the second oldest AFC stadium, opened in 1973, a year after Arrowhead, the oldest in the AFC. In fact, Kansas City played here, Tony, back during COVID, so it's the second trip here for Patrick Mahomes, but he played before 0 fans on that occasion, and tonight there are 70,000 plus who are screaming against him. Well, that's how many fans I play in front of normally at my house. Pretend like they're all there, but there's 0. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. And by Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead, get wild. That's the Eternal Flame Falls. Just about 6 miles from Highmark Stadium here in Western New York. Just amazing. That's now 7 consecutive playoff games in which Mahomes has directed the team down the field on his first possession and produced points, but a little troublesome. You go back to weeks 17, 18, and play. Of course, he didn't play week 18, but the Kansas City offense, its last 3 games, has had 3 offensive touchdowns and 13 field goals. And Butker last week, they relied on heavily against Miami in that win, 26-7. Here's Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. This is special right here, Tony. Yes, in a rivalry that has seen so many crazy plays and stats, here's another one for you. When Josh Allen is within 1 yard of the sideline, he creates magic. Where everybody else creates no magic. How about that? The rest of the league, 1 out of 22. Yeah, 1 out of 22. And he's 5 out of 6. And he made that big play at Arrowhead. That was in the fourth quarter. The longer he extends it and he gets closer to the sideline, he really comes up with something. Welcome me back to this divisional playoff game. Jim Nance with Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Jay Feely, Gene Steratore. That first quarter, the Bills dominated on the line with 77 yards rushing in the first quarter alone. You can always tell who's going to have the advantage early in the game in the trenches. And right now, Buffalo is controlling the line of scrimmage, especially on offense. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Domino's. Get great deals on pizza, bread twists, chicken, dessert, and more. H&R Block, it's better with Block.
and by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. Dotson limped off the field, went into the blue tent. Dorian Williams has come in for him, and a linebacking core that is already thin. It's basically down to 3 players. We've had 4 drives total and 4 scores, but again, Kansas City unable to punch it across in the red zone, Tom.
It's been a problem. Last year, they were number 2 in the NFL. This year, they're not just above middle of the pack, not great, but this is going to rear its ugly head at some point. In these playoff games against good quarterbacks, you can't have that. 2 for 6 last week. Their defense dominated. This week, they're going to have to change that.
Hooker will deliver the touchback. We can tell you, considered the league's most prestigious honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award recognizes NFL players who have excelled on the field and whose passion to impact lives extends beyond the game. And this year's nominee for the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes, who uses his 15 and the Mahomes Foundation to benefit local youth. The Bills nominee is Deion Dawkins again this year. His Deion's Dreamers Foundation provides resources and support to people in need. The NFL Man of the Year is going to be announced at the NFL Honors on Thursday, February 8th, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on CBS and NFL Network. Here's the talk. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report, JB and the crew will have their take on the first half, plus the highlights from the Lions' win today over the Bucs. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report, your old teammate Dan Campbell, one of the feel-good stories, best the league has seen in years. They're into the... Travis has his first touchdown in 8 games. He got lost.
How do you lose him? Oh, there's his brother.
Says right on. That's Jason. Look at this company. Now tied at the top. Patrick and Travis, Brady and Gronk, 3 ahead of Montana and Jerry Rice. And of course, it was Kelsey who broke their hearts in the best game I've ever seen. That epic divisional game a couple of years back. The winning touchdown to Kelsey in overtime, 42-36.
Couple of great bearings there, huh? So impressed with the play calls on that drive, creating the openings there, Jim.
Next weekend, championship weekend, presented by Intuit TurboTax, kicks off Sunday. The AFC title game will be there at 3 Eastern in Baltimore, followed by the NFC championship game, 6:30 Eastern on Fox. Our coverage begins at 1 with the NFL Today, a bonus hour. Join us at 1. And then the winners of those matchups meet in Vegas, February 11th, Super Bowl 58, again, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Well, follow the road to Super Bowl 58 in Vegas by catching every round of the NFL playoffs, including next week's AFC Championship, presented by Intuit TurboTax on CBS. All streaming live on Paramount Plus. This kick only going to travel to about the 13. And James going wide with it. And Hamlin makes the stop at about the 35. Guys, all I can say is I haven't been this fired up about a game for a long time. Gene Steratore, great to have you out here with us. And it's living up to the billing here, my man. You know, it really is.
It really is. I mean, it's a little different. We've always seen it through the air, and then the quarterbacks using their legs. We know that. But they're trusting these backs and some of the other players. We talked about it. Cook and Kelsey, that's the key for these offenses to move up and down the field and matriculate.
That's all you expected. That'll take us to the half. And still getting a little chippy out here.
Well, that's 2 teams who play each other far more. They're not in the same division, but you could almost pretend that they play in the same division because they play so many times every year.
Well, 7 times now in 4 years.
Yep.
And these games always deliver drama. And we got it again, 17-13 Buffalo lead at halftime. Halftime is next as Allen and Kelsey go to the locker room.
I'm going to beat you. No, I'm going to beat you.
Halftime after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Rachel, you okay?
No.
I live with a broken phone. I can't trade in.
Okay, that's dramatic. Better plan's Verizon. Everyone can trade in their old phone and get the new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus with AI on them.
A new phone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Wait, I'm on Verizon. Can I still get it?
Yeah.
I gotta trade this in, right?
New and existing customers can trade in any Samsung phone for a new Galaxy S24 Plus watch and tablet, all on us. That's up to $1,800 in value, only on Verizon.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit. TurboTax the winner to take on Baltimore at the Ravens Stadium next Sunday for the AFC Championship. It's a 17-13 Bills lead on 2 touchdown runs by Josh Allen. Here's a look at the wild first half plays presented by Pepsi Wild Cherry. The touchdown pass from Mahomes to Kelsey, who's roamed free a couple of times in that secondary. Shot of the year as far as I'm concerned. Oh my goodness. Now if you were a member of the Chiefs Kingdom or the Bills Mafia, which one right now? I know the Bills have the lead, but which one should be more concerned right now going to this second half the way it's going?
Both. Your season's on the line, but I'm a little more concerned, if I had to hedge, would be Kansas City, because to me right now Buffalo has pushed them around in the run game, and that all of a sudden makes it feel like at some point you've got to still create these big plays, and they've been able to on offense, getting Kelsey open. But I'm concerned if you're allowing them to run the ball at you over and over again.
And what kind of adjustments would you expect that Spags will make at halftime?
They're as good at adjusting as anyone in the National Football League. They average only giving up 7 points in the second half. This team has not given up 30 points in a game this year. To me, they've got to shut down the running game on first down, get them into obvious passing situations so they can unleash the pressure that they have not been able to do so far.
Well, this year, the first ever high school girls flag football state champion will be crowned in New York. In celebration of this historic upcoming season, the Bills invited varsity flag players from Lackawanna and Cheektowaga high schools to today's game to represent all of the Western New York girls flag teams. The girls welcomed the Bills onto the field during player intros, competed in a flag football scrimmage. Here's a touchdown. That was at halftime. To learn more about flag football, visit playfootball.com. Here's the kickoff by Bass. And he got a lot behind that one into the wind. Delivers the touchback, and Tracy caught up with Sean McDermott earlier.
Sean, it's the heavyweight fight we all expected. What is this one, though, going to come down to?
Well, who's making plays? At the end of the day, we got to make more plays than they're making.
Was there a final message to your team coming out here at the half?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Thank you.
Go for it. That's the message. McDermott, who served 10 years under Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Mahomes 9 out of 13. Add another 30 yards to that pass total on the throw to Valdez-Scantling. Allen 14 of 19. Rush for 2 touchdowns.
Both teams, though, got help in the run game and some of the smaller stuff. Really.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Acura. Precision, crafted performance. Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL. And by Geico, for all your insurance needs, it's easy to Geico. Well, that was the game for the ages. Oh. But maybe it's about to be usurped. Who knows the way this is going. We've had 4 lead changes in this one. There were 5 lead changes in that divisional game. So that's 9 in the postseason between these two in not quite 7 quarters of play.
Can you reference maybe the 13-yard line? That was the 13-second game.
Yep.
As you said, that gave him luck.
That's a Maybe a sign for them. This time 13 works out for him.
Problem is this dude's coming back out.
That's right.
He's got a way of rewriting stories.
15's a pretty good number, too. Hey, the NFL Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon. Heading to Orlando, the Peyton Manning coached AFC faces off against Eli Manning's NFC squad at the Skills Showdown on Thursday, February 1st, 7 Eastern on ESPN. Then the action continues with flag football and more Skills Sunday, February 4th on ESPN and ABC. We're back at Highmark Stadium for the fourth quarter. These two teams, by the way, will meet again in the fall in the 24 regular season, but here we go for the fourth. Over to Rice. Boy, the NFL on CBS is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. Make your moves. We'll make them count. And by Discover. It pays to discover. They're taking a long time looking at this. Jordan Poyer knocked the ball out. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prime. And by T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest 5G network. Well, Shakir got up and jogged or even light run to the locker room.
Hope he's okay.
Drama at Highmark Stadium. Can you stand it? Wow. What a night. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Taco Bell. And by Bud Light, who reminds you to drink responsibly. Just a quick program announcement. PGA Tour for CBS opens the season next week from Torrey Pines. Friday and Saturday night coverage. Max Holman defends from beautiful Torrey Pines. Here we go, 2nd and 9.
This will be James. This will be the toughest pre-snap defense he will face all year. Baltimore has an incredible disguising ability to do things after the snap. A lot of great quarterbacks this year have gone against them and struggled, but they're going to go against him. He just finds a way.
Going to the AFC Championship game for a 6th consecutive year. And what a matchup that will be. The defending champions move forward.
Patrick Mahomes, Jim, has never not played in the AFC Championship game in his career as a starter.
Isn't that incredible? Just amazing.
Good shit, brother.
There are the final 4 teams in the NFL tournament. You got Detroit and San Francisco. What a great matchup that'll be next Sunday night on Fox. And we'll be up first with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Wow.
The 1 and the 3s.
This is
from each side.
This is going to be a monster game. These are 2 unbelievable teams on our side and obviously on the NFC.
The Bills lose for the 2nd straight year at home in the divisional round, and we go down to Tracy.
A thrilled Patrick Mahomes on his way to another AFC Championship game. I saw you look at the crowd over there at the end of the game. You heard it all week, didn't you? The noise about not having played a true road game and not having played here.
Yeah, no, I mean, first of all, this is a great environment, man. It really is. But we did hear it all week, man, about playing a road game, and we were here to prove a point, man, and to show that we can play anywhere. And we know we're going to have a heck of a challenge this next week, but our guys are going to get ready to go and go out there and see what we can do.
I know you're going to have a big challenge, as you mentioned, on the road against the Ravens, but what did this team show, the defense, the offense that was scrutinized all season long, about where you are heading into this championship game?
Yeah, the defense, I mean, they turned it on in that 4th quarter, man. That is a great offense, that's a great football player in Josh Allen, and a great team. And, they were going up and down the field, and the defense said enough is enough. They got the stop from the offense. We sputtered, and that's what it takes to be going to the AFC Championship game is full teams. We were able to do that today.
I know it's early, but your early thoughts of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, there's no weakness there. It's going to take our best effort. Defense, offense, special teams, they do it all. It's always a great challenge, and that stadium's going to be rocking, so we're excited for the challenge.
Enjoy this win. We'll see you there.
Yeah, appreciate you.
It's going to be an amazing matchup. What a season. John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson, And they're all heartbroken here in Buffalo. There are tears all over the landscape here.
And they thought Kansas City was vulnerable with the challenges this season, but they're still Kansas City.
John Harbaugh and Andy Reid, they worked together for 9 years in Philadelphia, and they will be meeting for the right to go to the Super Bowl next Sunday. Final score is Kansas City 27, Buffalo 24. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show for Tony, Tracy, Jay, and Gene. Jim Nance saying so long from Orchard Park. James Brown, New York, coming up.